Hi everybody, it is Mel the Rocky Mountain Stitcher back again for this is episode kind of 11, maybe 11C or number 12. Um, I'm going to add on to this past weekend's cross stitching retreat that we had that I hosted. My first one that I hosted, and it turned out very successful. Everybody had a great time, and we're going to do it again next year because everybody had so much fun. We're going to do it again next year, and hopefully it'll be an annual event. Um, I'm going to talk about just a few things today, not much. A little bit of a health update since I didn't do that in my last video because I was doing pretty much the live footage from the Cross Stitchers retreat. Some of the stuff that I'm working on, or one of the things that I'm working on, and a couple of finishes, and a little bit of haul, not much. Just a little bit. So we'll get started with the health update. As you know, right before the video that I did before the cross stitches retreat, I was about to go in and have my back surgery for my neurostimulator implant, and I had that done in December, the first of December, and it was a success. I'm feeling a lot better. I do still have my days when I hurt. I have to make sure that my stimulator is on. A lot of times it turns itself off if it gets kind of low. It'll turn itself off, and then I start to hurt really bad. And I usually know if I start hurting really bad, then I need to check it to make sure that hasn't turned itself off. But other than that, it was a success. I do pretty good. This is my remote that I use to turn myself up or down, depending on what I need as far as stimulation goes in my back. I do turn it down at night when I go to sleep so that I don't, because it goes really close to my spine, and I kind of zap myself if I don't turn it down. But it is programmed actually to know when I'm laying down. It go down to the lower level, and it knows when I'm up and moving around. It goes up to the higher level. But this is my remote, and I also use this to. And my birds are yelling in the background. I apologize, but I also use this to charge my back up every day. I have to charge it up every day to make sure that I'm up and running. So that's what this is. So. But yeah, I'm doing a lot better. I still have some procedure pain. They said it's going to take a little bit longer for that to go away, for that to heal up. My birds are going crazy. But they said it's going to take a little bit longer for that to heal up and for me to kind of not feel the pain from that. It may take another month or two for that to ease up. I'm hoping it's going to be the lesser of the two, maybe more than a month and then 2 months. But they said I may feel that off and on for a while, for months to come, just incision pains and things like that. But overall, I'm doing fairly decent. I have days where I have very little pain, and then I have days where where I'm hurting a little bit more than normal. But I am realistic. It's not designed to take all my pain away, but to reduce it significantly, and it has done that. So that's that. Next, I'm going to talk about, like I said, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Stitchers Retreat. As you saw my last video that I posted just a little bit ago, just a few minutes ago actually, about our Stitchers Retreat. There was some live video of what people were working on. It was my first retreat that I hosted, and I had a co-organizer, Helena Rice from St. Louis Stitchers on Facebook, and I think we did pretty good. We had 36 out of 40 people come, and everybody seemed to have a really good time. Everybody talked about how much fun they had, and what a relaxing weekend it was to just sit there and stitch and not have to worry about anything but just stitching. And a few people stayed at the hotel. I stayed at the hotel because of the fact that, if my back started hurting or whatever, I needed to go up and lay down. I could do that and go lay down for a couple of hours and come back down and stitch, like that. But everybody seemed to have a really, really good time. And like I said, we are going to do it again next year. And hopefully have a bigger room, have a bigger turnout. Some of the people that didn't come are hearing from the people that did come, and they're interested in coming next year. So we'll see what kind of a turnout we have once we start planning for next year. So I'm really excited about that. We had a great time. I mean, even though I'm really tired, I am so exhausted from the weekend. Even though I was stitching, I was still kind of in work mode, make sure that everybody had what they needed and things like that. So I'm really, really tired. I'm probably going to sleep late the next couple of days and just kind of get my strength back a little bit. Because stress does go to the weakest part of your body, which is my back. And even though it was good stress, fun stress, it still tires you out. So I'm gonna sleep in a little bit, but I'm gonna talk a little bit about what I was working on at retreat. This is the pattern or the chart that I'm working on. My nephew is getting married next month, and so I've got to get this done before the 18th of February and get it framed and everything. But this is the chart that I'm working on right now. It's a wedding chart. It says to have and to hold for as long as we both shall live. And this is a Country Cottage Needleworks and number 97 it says. So I don't know if that's focusing okay, but that's what that looks like. And I'm almost done with it. I guess I could take it off of the... Let me see. I'll take it off of the Q-snap so you guys can see. How much I've gotten done. Let's see if I can do that real quick. I'm just about completed with it. And I'm real happy with how it's turning out. Turning out real good. So that's what I've gotten done so far. And so I've only just got the bottom part to do now. This part down here, this wording, and then the date that I've got to add in, and that's it. And I'll be done with this one. Got a few more finishes that I can show you that I don't think I showed you my last video. This is one that I did that I don't remember if I showed you my last video or not, but this is the one I did. This was on ivory Lugana, 28 count ivory Lugana, and it was the one that says prayer, and it says world's best wireless connection. And I made this for my niece, the sister of the brother of the nephew who's getting married. I got that one. That one's done. So I got to frame it. I'm going to give that to her at the wedding as well. Let's see. This is for one of the nurses that helped me out so much after I had my surgery. And this one is, in a perfect world, every dog would have a home, and every home would have a dog. I don't know if all of that's showing up or not, but that's that finish. I just gotta, all of these are finished. I just got to get them framed so you can see them. Oh, this is some material I got for haul. So let's see. This is the other one I did for one of the other nurses that helped me out. And this is Dogs Leave Paw Prints on Your Heart. Like I said, all these are finished now. I just got to FFO them. I got to frame them. That one's done. And I don't have the one that I did with the cat. I had one that I did for my other nurse, that my physical therapist. And she has a cat, and I don't think I have that one over here with me. I'll have to show that one in my next video. But this is the sow that I did with my friend Becky and my friend Cindy, also from St. Louis Stitchers on Facebook. And this is Home of a Needleworker, and it's finished. I just got to frame it. But we finished this one last month, I believe. So that one's in. My birds are going crazy, and nobody else is in the other room, so I don't know why they're going so crazy, but they are. And then a couple of other finishes I have. They're not cross-stitch finishes, but they're finishes. I sew also, and I made these for retreat, and I sold a few of them. Some of them I didn't sell, but this is a tissue box holder. It goes on a tissue box like this, you know, regular little tissue box. And this is one that I made also. My husband wouldn't let me give this one away because it's music and music notes, and we're both musicians, so he made me keep this one. But this is what it looks like on a box. So I did that, and I also did, thank you, Vanna. I did one of Vanna's cross project envelopes, and this is one of the ones that I did, and I sold the other. Well, I gave one away to the other person that helped me organize the retreat, and I sold another one. They were both different colors, and I made this one. This is one of the ones that was left, and that's the inside fabric of it. So I'm pretty proud of these. These turned out really well, and I'm really proud of them. So next I'm going to talk about a little bit of haul that I got, some stuff I'm ready to do. This is another sale that Becky and Cindy and I are going to be doing, and I'll take it out of the package so that you can see it, so that it's not so glary. But I'm sure all of you all have seen this one. Several of you all have already done it, but this is Cross Stitch Nation. I belong to the Cross Stitch Nation, so I'm doing that one. And it is all kitted up and ready to go. I've got my fabric and my threads. This is going to be done, let's see, on antique white 28 count Lugana. That's all I stitch on now, 28 count Lugana. Since I learned how to stitch on anything higher than Ada, all I stitch on now is 28 count. I haven't learned how to go any higher than 28 count, and I'm going to hopefully learn how to do that pretty soon, how to stitch on something high. I've got some higher count fabric that I'm going to try and stitch on, see how that goes. But next I'm going to talk about a little bit of haul that I got. Some more haul, I should say. That was the first one, was the Cross Stitch Nation. This is one that I'm going to get, that I'm going to do for us at home, and it's called It Was Always You. And I'm doing that for me and the man at home. This is all kitted up. This is the fabric I'm going to be using, Ice Blue 28 count Lugana. And it's all kitted up and ready to go. I'm going to start on that probably pretty soon. Hopefully once we get done with some of these sales, or get in the middle of some of these sales, I'll be able to do that. Another one that's all kitted up and ready to go. This one is For We Walk by Faith, Not by Sight. And this is a Lizzie Kate. And it's a snippet. And this one is being done, well, you know it's on 28 count Lugana, but it's, let's see what color it is. Mushroom, 28 count mushroom Lugana. And again, it's all kitted up and ready to go. I'm going to get started on this one pretty soon. I'm getting ready to start on all of them pretty soon. I just don't know when. I don't know when all of these are going to get kitted up. I mean, get started, but they're going to get started. And then this is my big toe. I wish I may, I wish I might. Stitch all day, stitch all night. That's going to be another sal that I did a PDF on this one. It's going to be another sal that Becky and Cindy and I do. And this one is this one's kitted up too. I just don't have, I believe, yeah, I do. I have this one kitted up. This one's going to be, I don't have the threads for it yet, but I got the fabric for it at, no, you know what? Cross Stitch Nation. That's not what I'm going to be doing. This is the fabric. The fabric I showed you for Cross Stitch Nation and the threads, that goes for this one. That goes for Stitch All Day. The fabric. The antique white Lugana. That's going to be for the for Stitch All Day. This is the fabric that's going to go with for Cross Stitch Nation, and this is going to be my first try on this, but it's supposed to be just like stitching on Lugana, but it's 28 count Jobelin, and that's what I'm doing this on the Cross Stitch Nation is going to be on the Jobelin. And I got from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. I'm part of her I'm now part of her Fabric of the Month Club, and this is the fabric that I got from her for my Fabric of the Month Club. It is Sugar Plum Fairies 28 count Lugana, and I'll see if I can. It's really, I don't know how she knew that my favorite color was purple, but this is the fabric. It's really, really pretty, and I have no idea what I'm going to stitch on this yet, but I'm sure I'll find something really nice to stitch on this. I think I kind of have an idea what I'm going to stitch on this, but I'm not quite sure. And then this is one that I got from her, that I ordered from her. This is also Hand Dyed by Stephanie, and it is Butterscotch Cookies 28 count Lugana, and that's showing up a little more orangey than it really is. It's orange, but it's a little bit more orangey on camera than it really is. But like I said, that's a 28 count Lugana as well. I'll put that back in the package later. It doesn't want to go in there very well right now. And then I got this, because I thought at some point in time I'm going to learn how to stitch on this. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to learn how to stitch on it. It is 32 count Jobelin, and it is chocolate milk, and it's showing up pretty true to life. Pretty true to life. That's about what it really looks like. So I'll put that back in the package later. And then here's a few other things that I did that I sewed. A couple other things. These are I got a tutorial on how to do these. These are tissue, those little travel pack tissue holders that you make, that you put your little travel pack tissues in. I made these too, and I've got a few different colored fabrics for those, and I had those available at Retreat as well. I think I showed this one to you already. My John Clayton Francesca. Pardon the glare on that one. I'm not taking it out of the package. It's going to be too hard to get back in, but I've got that. And then my Native American Maiden. I've also got the Native American Brave to go with this. And this one's all, the Brave is not kitted up, but this one's all kitted up. And I kind of learned a little bit at Retreat on how to do beads, because this one's got some beading in it. So I'm gonna have to do some beading, but that's Native American Maiden. And this is a Joan Elliott design. Then at Retreat, I also got some more charts. This is called Bras and Panties. This one says, friends are like bras, close to the heart and always there for support. And the other one is, put your big girl panties on, put on your big girl panties and deal with it. So that's that one. And then I got a Lizzie Kate. That one, all these are all three Lizzie Kates. This one's a Flora McSamples 2015 Stockings number 173. And there's that. Again, pardon the glare. And then this one is if you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live a day without you. And then the other one says, sometimes what does it say? Sometimes sometimes the smallest things take the most room in your heart. And that's also a Lizzie Kate. So there's that one. I got some opal 28 count opalescent Lugana. I don't know if you can see this or not. The sparkly in there, but that's the sparkly. And my Paco is trying to get in the way here, but my honey just walked in with some food, so he's sniffing that. But this is 28 count opal Lugana. It's a white opal Lugana. I also got another 28 count blue Lugana, and that's that. And let's see, I think that might be all I got. And then this is the gift, the goodie bags that we had at retreat. This is by Cecilia Samplers in Branson, Missouri. She donated all the bags, the goodie bags, the totes that went for the goodie bags. And just one moment, I got to close my door because the birds are screaming. Just one moment. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. The door was left open and the birds were going crazy. So we got a few things in the goodie bag. I'm not going to show everything, but because there's a lot of stuff to show. But we got a couple of little kits. These are kind of hard. I'm not even going to show these because they're too hard to show, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we got some beads from Cecilia's. A little floss organizer that's also from Cecilia Samplers. She gave us a little bit of fabric to do some stuff on. And it's like a little bookmark, alphabet cross from Kreinik bookmark to do. And I believe this is a chart that came that Katrina Boyd from Cross Threads was our vendor. And if you guys ever get a chance to go to an event that Katrina Boyd is going to be at, you need to go because she had some fantastic stuff there for us to buy. But I can't show, all she gave was the pattern, so I can't show that. But she gave us a really nice little pattern, winter blues pattern. And that was really nice of her, I thought, for her to do that. She put all that in everybody's goodie bags. So I got a couple more things. These are one's a Lizzie Kate, hooray for the USA. I got a heart in hand, love never fails, and that's what I got this blue fabric for, to go on this. I just gotta get the threads for it. And then this one is A Brother Shares Childhood Memories and Grown-Up Dreams. This is also a Lizzie Kate, and I got this for I'm gonna stitch this and give to my brother when we're moving to Colorado in April from St. Louis, and I'm real excited about it. We're going to be staying with my brother for a couple of days, for a couple of weeks while we're there, looking for a house. And my brother is very special to me. We're very close. And I'm going to stitch that for him for allowing us to stay with him for a couple of weeks. And I've got another one for this, and I'm going to be ordering about sisters. And that's going to be for my sister-in-law, my brother's wife. Also, again, for allowing us to stay there. And I showed this one to you in the past video, the Scottish Terrier, Black Scottish Terrier dog. I'm going to be doing that one for them as well. Also, again, thanking them for allowing us to stay with them while we're there looking for a place. So that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about or anything. The next thing on my plans are to finish up this wedding picture that I'm doing, the wedding chart for my nephew, and then to get started on that sal with Cindy and Becky, and then we're going to be working on next year's retreat. So those are my plans for the upcoming weeks. And I will see you guys again hopefully very soon. I don't know when I'm going to do my next video. Maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll see. But I'm going to be pretty busy working on packing and getting everything ready to go to Colorado. So I may not be on here again for a little bit. I don't know if I'll do one before we leave for Colorado. I hope to do another one before we leave for Colorado, but I may not be able to. But you'll be hearing from me and seeing me soon. And again, thanks a lot to all of the vendors. Not all the vendors. All of the people that donated stuff for our retreat. Maggie's Minders, hand dyed by Stephanie. We had several other people that donated stuff. Gina's hold on, let me see. Gina's Unique Needle Minders also did, Under the Sea Fabrics donated some stuff, and Barbara Dietz also donated things for door prizes for the retreat, and we thank all of them. And again, a big thanks to Katrina Boyd from Cross Threads for being our vendor there. She was wonderful, and she'll be there again next year. So if anybody is in or around the St. Louis area, or just wants to come to St. Louis for our cross stitch retreat next year, it's going to be, I believe, the end of April. And I'll be having a website put up pretty soon, and I'll mention that in many of my upcoming videos if anybody's interested in going. So that's it for today. Thank you very much I thank all of my people who have subscribed so far. All of my subscribers, all the people who are viewing. If you've been with me all this time, thank you again for coming back. And if you've just found me, welcome to my channel. And I did change my name. If you're viewing this for the first time, I changed my name. I was Mel the Obsessive Cross Stitcher, and I did change because I'm moving to Colorado and the Rocky Mountains to Mel the Rocky Mountain Stitcher. So if you're new to me, thank you very much for coming in. Welcome, and hopefully you'll come back and see me again soon when I'm on here again. And for all those who have subscribed and are back again, welcome back, and thank you very much for tuning in. And we will see you again next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Happy stitching.